So here's my chicken. It's set in milk and vinegar overnight just to give it some flavor. I'm going to clean my chicken off, and this is what I'm seasoning it with. And I have garlic, so I'm just gonna season up my chicken and get it prepped and ready for pan frying. Go ahead and cut your potatoes into 4 and prep these for boiling. I like to cut them up to where they're thick so they can evenly cook. This one could be cut in 4 as well, even though it's a little more thicker potato. While I'm going to start boiling my water, I'm going to salt my water with a little bit of this pink Himalayan salt. And while I bring that up to a rolling boil, I'm going to add my potatoes. Boil your potatoes for about 15 minutes or so. And then I'm going to drain and add my spices. Let me prep the chicken. So the potatoes are done. I'll put some pepper in it. I'm gonna put some parsley on it. Take a little bit of this garlic. Throw that in there. Whole milk. Of course, the potatoes already have a little bit of liquid, but I've drained all the liquid. And I'm using this Parmesan, cracked pepper Parmesan. So now I just mash it up. A potato masher. Nicely. See how easy that is? Nicely, of course. Don't scrape the pan. Continue to mash. I would add a little bit more milk. Just for the, you want thick potatoes, but you also don't want them to be too dry. So, and then right here, what I would do is just add a little bit more garlic. A little more pepper. And I'm going to add some margarine right now to it. And you can add just enough to where you think like about 1 tablespoon or so of the garlic. Just enough to where it will melt and not too much. Thanks, guys. This is how you make easy, homemade mashed potatoes. Keep mashing to your desired consistency. Add a little more milk if you want to. Thanks, guys. Easy mashed potatoes. Just put a little oil. Add your frozen corn. This is the corn I'm using. And just allow it to defrost and to get a good simmer, and add your seasonings. Saute your corn. Add a little bit of the paprika for the color. If you want, you can add a little bit of parsley also for the color. And then the cracked Parmesan, I'm just gonna add a little because the mashed potatoes are already seasoned with the Parmesan. And then I like to prep the chicken. So just let this kind of saute for the next 10 minutes. And then the sweet corn will be done. Also let the butter melt. And if it starts to stick, which this is a non-stick skillet, just add a little water. Yeah, just add a little water. Thanks, guys. So cook it for about 10 good minutes on high, of course. The corn is done. This corn is done. You can also cook a little more if you want, but I'm ready to just plate the corn, so it's good enough. KFC, of course, might do theirs differently, but I like it to have a little bit of a bite to it. So the corn is done. So I cleaned up my chicken, and I'm going to start by seasoning it with the various seasonings right here. I'm going to put pepper, good. Nice onion. I might make this barbecue chicken, and I'm going to put garlic and Sazon. I put the Sazon season on here. I'm going to just mix up this egg, and then I'm going to add flour, and I'm going to prepare this. So get the egg kind of separated all in the chicken, just to hold on to that flour. Guys, it's going to be very yummy. I think I'm going to put the chicken on here to season. So let's get started to fry this up. Let's get started frying this up after I put this flour. But yeah, the seasonings are sticking. It's gonna be so good. I just put my chicken in the bag, and I'm just gonna put the flour on it. Guys, put that flour mixture on here. Here's the flour. Add more flour if you need to. I think that should be enough. Season your flour. Season your flour with the rest of this Sazon. Okay, turn up your oil just a little to like a medium. Drop a little oil in here just to make sure that it's ready. And you can see that the chicken is ready. To drop it down, of course, carefully in the hot oil. So cook it for about 15 minutes on each side. Not too high though. So here's the chicken. I'm just going to cook it up very well. I'm so excited. Again, KFC at home. I loved making this meal from the mashed potatoes that were homemade to the basic corn. I think I'm going to also add some green beans to it, to the chicken. Thanks guys. Like and subscribe. This meal is literally less than it would cost you to make, or less than it would cost to go to the store and get a $15 KFC meal. Chicken legs don't cost much. You just seasoning it up to your liking. Corn is $1 at the store. I use half the bag, and potatoes are dirt cheap with a little garlic and spices and a little bit of milk. So I would say this meal is less than $5 KFC at home. I'm just gonna boil some of these green beans because I feel like that's a proper KFC meal. So again, the green beans only cost $1 at the store as well. So yeah, guys, I think you can make your own KFC for $15 at home. Just give yourself some time, and it takes like less than 2 hours. So here's the perfectly cooked chicken. I'm going to go ahead and flip this side over as well. I'm just cooking it low and slow, guys. Take your time when you're cooking chicken. I want this to be perfect. I am not an expert in cooking chicken, but leave it alone. Let it be crispy. You know, that's why I put that egg and made my own batter and stuff. So, my perfect KFC at home. Thank you. So, my green beans have stopped boiling, and I'm going to add some onion to it just for the flavor. And I added water to that. And I'm going to go ahead and season that with a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of pepper, put a little bit more water in it, and that's it. Continue to let them cook until that onion cooks down. And I'm going to take my chicken and plate that. You see, just stir a little and continue to let the green beans cook with that onion. So about another 6-7 minutes and the green beans will be done. Hide the onion a little bit under the green beans so that they can cook a little faster. But yeah, a perfect meal. I love this KFC idea at home. It's all done. Here's the homemade mashed potatoes. I put more to the side. Here's the corn, pan seared. Here is the green beans with the onion like KFC doesn't. And here is the fried chicken. Get into it. Feel free to use some Mike's Hot Honey on it. You can have it by itself. You can put barbecue sauce. Again, thanks guys.